Next game, Kansas City versus St. Louis. This market is moving. The line is moving in favor of Kansas City here when you have cold bats on both sides and you have good pitching. You got good pitching on both sides. Noah Cameron, we've taken this guy. Miles Mikas, we've taken this guy. We've backed both of these guys before for unders, and they're matched up against each other here. In terms of the side, you got Kansas City. This market is moving in favor of Kansas City. Would I consider taking Kansas City here? They just put up 10 runs yesterday. I am not interested in the side in this game. Between Baltimore and Seattle, guys, let them cook, let them cook. Between Baltimore and Seattle, you got Povich on one side, you got Hancock on the other side, you got cold bats on both sides. You got pitchers that I don't really trust. Maybe out of the two, Povich is a little better, but not that much better. You really don't have an edge either way. Baltimore picked up the win yesterday. The market is moving in favor of Baltimore. I don't know. I don't think I can make the case for Baltimore to win back-to-back games here in Seattle, but they've won 4. They won 4 in a row. They've won 7 out of 10. Is Baltimore back? Hold up. Wait a minute. San Diego versus San Fran. This is another game that is pretty even, guys. The market's not moving. The bats are cold, and the pitching looks pretty good. But then when you look at the breakdown and you look at the home-away splits, Pivetta is not as good on the road, and Harrison is not as good at home. This one concerns me a little bit. But in terms of the side, there's nothing here. It's literally a 1-0 edge. According to my spreadsheet here, San Fran, I'm just giving them a 1 edge for coming off of a loss yesterday. Now that is 2 straight losses, so San Fran is trying to pick up a win here in the series against San Diego. Next game, guys, Minnesota versus Athletics. This line is not moving as well. You got bats that are pretty even, right? The Athletic bats are hot too, but I think Minnesota is in a good situation here to put up some runs, so I'm not checking the box either way. Between Minnesota and Athletics bullpen, I think Minnesota has a good bullpen here, guys. I think Minnesota's bullpen is really nice. In terms of pitching, you got another day here, another day with bad pitching on both sides, man. Matthew and Springs, both of them look like they're getting popped. Of the two, it looks like Jeffrey Springs, it looks like his expected numbers are just as bad as his actual numbers. Matthew Zebby, we called on this guy last time. I don't remember if he delivered in Seattle. It looks like he had a bad game, but we did call. It looks like the numbers are calling for positive regression coming for Zebby Matthews, guys. Last game of the night, New York Mets versus the Dodgers. You got hot bats on both sides. You got bad pitching on both sides, but of the two, maybe Griffin Canning on the road there. 9 runs over 25 innings on the road. Maybe he's the better of the two. The Mets did pick up a loss yesterday, and we did say the Mets after a loss is a spot that is pretty favorable so far this year. 16-6 are the Mets after a loss. 16-6, that's 72%, 73%. 16-6 are the Mets after a loss. 16-6, that's 72%, 73%. So if you're taking the Mets today, I would say there is some value there, but maybe not enough for me to get to it. Those are the sides, guys. What do y'all think about the sides? Which one stood out most to you?